You're welcome to a fantastic episode. We have this interesting question that says that find all values of x given that 2x all over the square root of x all raised to power 3 is equal to 8. This question looks so intimidating, but I'm going to make it very easy to solve. Now let's go. Now, we're going to be starting with the left-hand side. Well, the left-hand side, let's apply a trick. It's known as an identity though. Whenever we have, for example, n all over the square root of n, this is usually the square root of n, which means an expression like this is the same as the square root of n. What do I mean? I mean, for example, maybe I have 5 all over the square root of 5. The result will always be the square root of 5. You see the trick there? That is it. So knowing this can make solving what we have on the left-hand side to be very easy. Now, this is it. So write down this 2. That is a 2 there. Good. Now, all we see here is x all over the square root of x, which is the same as the square root of x. You see that? So this is now reduced to this, and it is raised to power 3. So I'm going to be raising this to the power of 3. This is equal to 8. Very good. Now our next step will be for us to move 8 to the left-hand side. When we do that, we have 2 root x all raised to power 3. And as 8 crosses to the left-hand side, it becomes minus 8. And this is equal to 0. Very good. Now we can simplify further. So 2 root x all raised to power 3. Now minus 8 is a perfect cube, which means it can be written as 2 cubed. This is equal to 0. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm seeing an identity. An identity of, for example, this is difference of 2 cubes. Difference of 2 cubes has this identity, m cubed minus n cubed. This is equal to m minus n times m squared plus m times n, and then plus n squared. Very good. So we're going to be using this identity to solve what is left here. But let's do some comparison first. Our m here that is carrying this cube represents 2 root x that is carrying the cube. So that means our m is equal to this, or represents 2 root x. And then our n represents 2. Now let's write this now in this form. So we have m minus n. M is 2 root x minus n. N is 2. So this should be inside the parenthesis, just like this. Then the other parenthesis, so let me open another parenthesis here. We have m squared. What is our m? Our m is 2 root x. Now we're going to square this. And then plus m. M is 2 root x times n. Times n. What is n? N is 2. And then plus n squared. N squared, that means 2 squared, which gives 4. Very good. So I'm going to be closing the square bracket. And this is equal to 0. Now we've been able to write this in this form. Now let's simplify what we have here. So we have 2 root x minus 2 inside the parenthesis times. Now we're going to be opening these brackets. Let's expand this. So this is 2 squared, that is 4. And this is the square root of x squared. Square root of x squared, the square cancels out the square root, so we are left with x. So this expression gives 4x. Plus, this is 2 root x times 2. That will be 4 root x. Very good. And then this is plus 4, close brackets, equal to 0. Very good. So there are 2 cases on here. we have 2 root x minus 2 to be equal to 0. And then the other case is 4x plus 4 root x plus 4 to be equal to 0. For the first case, let's add 2 to both sides. So I add 2 to the left, I add 2 to the right. So adding 2, here we have 2 root x minus 2 plus 2 is 0. So this is equal to 2 on the right. Now we divide both sides by 2. So I divide this by 2, I divide this by 2. So 2 divide 2 here, leaving behind the square root of x to be equal to 2 divided by 2, that will be 1. Now to get rid of this square root, we can take the square of both sides. So I'll take the square of the left, I'll also take the square of the right. Now see that this square cancels out the square root, leaving behind x to be equal to 1 squared, that will be 1. So our first value of x is equal to 1. Now let's get other values of x from our second case. Now from our second case, you notice that 4 is common. So we can factor out 4. Now open brackets. 4x divided by 4, that will be x, plus 4 root x divided by 4, that will be root x, and then plus 4 divided by 4 is 1. Very good. And this is equal to 0. Good. Now let's divide both sides by 4. So I'll divide the left by 4, I'll divide the right by 4. Now notice that this 4 cancels out 4, leaving behind x plus the square root of x plus 1 on the left hand side to be equal to 0 divided by 4 is 0. Now all we have to do is to isolate the square root of x because I want to get rid of the square root. So isolate the square root of x, that means I'll subtract x from both sides, and I'll also subtract 1 from both sides. So let's do that. So x minus x is 0. So this is the square root of x. Now 1 minus 1 is also 0. So this is equal to, now this is 0 minus x minus 1. This results on negative x, negative 1. Very good. Now to get rid of this square root, we'll take the square of both sides. So I'll square the left, I'll also square the right. Now when I square the left, the square cancels out the square root, leaving behind x. Now what we have here is of this form, m minus n all squared. And this is the same as m squared minus 2 times m times n plus n squared. And if we have to compare, you notice that our m here, our m represents this negative x, and then our n represents 1. So let's write what we have here, expand it in this form. So the left hand side is x, so this is equal to, now the right hand side in this form will be m squared, so that will be negative x squared. You see that? Good. And then we have minus, so I'm going to be putting minus here. This is 2 times m times n. So 2 times m is negative x, times n is 1, which is times 1. Good. And then plus n squared. So 1 squared is still 1. Very good. Let's simplify further. So x will be equal to negative x squared is positive x squared, right? Very good. Now negative 2 times negative x times 1 will be positive 2x, and then plus 1. Very good. Now let's move everything to one side. So I'll subtract x from both sides. Now on subtracting x from both sides, we have x minus x is 0. So this is equal to x squared. So 2x minus x, that will be x, and then plus 1. Very good. So we have a nice quadratic equation. Let's flip the position. So I'm going to be writing what I have on the right hand side on the left. So x squared plus x plus 1 equal to, and I write what I have on the left hand side on the right. Very good. Now let's use the quadratic formula to solve this. Our a from this quadratic equation is 1. Our b is also 1. And our c is interestingly 1. Good. So the quadratic formula we're making use of is x equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c all over 2a. Now let's substitute here. So our x will be negative b. B is 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared. So that will be 1 squared minus 4 times a times c. So 4 times a is 1 times c is also 1. All over 2 times a, that will be 2 times 1 as well, right? Cool. So x will be negative 1. So this is negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 squared is 1 minus 4 times 1 is 4. All over 2 times 1, that will be 2. So this results to x equal to negative 1 plus or minus the square root of 1 minus 4 is negative 3 all over 2. Very good. So this brings us to the last step of this question, which is x equal to negative 1 plus or minus. Now the square root of negative 3 gives the square root of 3i. Because of this negative, we have a complex number all over 2. So there are two values of x from here. This is the second value, which is negative 1 plus the square root of 3i all over 2. And then the third value is negative 1 negative square root of 3i all over 2. Let me write this very well. All over 2. Very good. Well, if you want more videos like this, click the video below.